kind of make this a bit of a priority. Are they asleep again? God damn it, you're always sleeping, guys. Come on. Get it together. Hey up troops, welcome back to the Litanah army. I'm Litanah, and today we're going to continue with a little bit more on our video for getting started in oxygen not included. So what we've done so far, I mean, for those of you that have seen the video before, you'll know this already, but we've got a compost heap on the go, and we're getting some planter boxes so that we can kind of revert from this rubbish food that we've got here, this mush bar, and we can kind of go up and we can get instead these like lovely plants instead. So this, it should work out okay. We've got quite a few. Someone is suffocating. Oh, they're stuck. Okay, so let's get them out with a ladder. So if we get a ladder and we just build that up there, they should be fine. So we should be able to save them, guys, before they actually die. How much air have they got? Chilly surroundings, sopping wet, suffocating. Yeah, they're not in a good place right now. So we'll just wait for them to get out. If they're going to do that. Are they out of materials? No, they've got the materials, so they should be okay. Let's just hope they can build it quick enough to get out and breathe. Okay, well, there is oxygen down there, so that's a start. I mean, I could just drain it, I guess. Yeah, they're out. They're out. We're safe. Ooh, so Belinda and Sissy nearly drowned. Wonder why they did that. Oh, it's probably because they were building down. They probably jumped down. Okay, well, they can't breathe much there, but there is still breathable oxygen there. Who else is suffocating? Okay. Alright, so they're both okay now. Woo! And what we're going to do in the... What we're going to do in this one, this was really so that the carbon dioxide could drop down even further. And the way that we're going to do that is just keep this open a little bit more. So I'm going to deconstruct and make it so that the air flows a little bit better. So where's deconstruct? There it is. So I'm going to deconstruct that side, and I'm going to dig out that little bit there as well. Just let the air flow down a little bit better, and we're going to do this. And I'm going to do another ladder all the way down here, I think. I think that should work out much better. So here we go, and this is just more for airflow rather than anything else. Alright, I'm going to get rid of that little ladder there because I think I've gone a little bit too far. So there we go. So they're sick now because, yeah, she nearly died, she's chilly, she's suffocating, but, you know, stop whining, you're fine. So if we look at the oxygen from last time, if you remember in the last video, I talked about how these algae plants are going to get the oxygen and going to pull in the carbon dioxide and turn it into oxygen. Same over here as well. But the main bit we need is these living quarters. That's what's most important. So I'm going to get another algae deoxidizer, and I think I'm going to put it over this side this time. Put it there, I think. And we need to connect that up to the electricity with the wire. Get the overlay off there. So if you just come off the wire there, and we go, and we'll just connect that up. Alright, so there's quite a lot going off. Let's put that on medium speed, because they've got quite a lot to do now. So we should be okay. So they're all eating, they're fine. Belinda's not overly well, you know, she's been better. Oh, they've only got a bit of hypothermia, they're fine. And what's the temperature like in here? Can you use this little temperature overlay thing here? Look, they're quite warm, it's okay. So they'll be absolutely fine. You know, like I said, we'll just let them get over the hypothermia, so to speak. And what we need now is we just need them to build the planter boxes, the compost heap. How are we doing research wise? Are we actually researching anything? Have we got anything on the go? Novice research, ventilation. So we're looking at ventilation next, so we can start putting some other bits and bats in there, which should be pretty awesome. So we'll just wait this out then. So cycle 6, we'll probably go up to cycle 10, because we did the first 5 cycles, didn't we, on the last one. So we'll probably do this gameplay up to cycle 10. Or maybe, you know, 10 or 12, we'll see how we get on. Okay, so this is really the starting setup. So to get started in oxygen not included, this is kind of what you need. So cleaning out the toilets there, something that needs to be done. And if you look at the germ overlay, which we'll have here, you know, the germs are around the toilets, but he'll wash his hands as he comes out, and then it'll be nice and clean, and we're not spreading any sort of germs or infections around the camp. So if you look there, look, I'm going to leave the germ overlay on a minute, just because I know, well, he should. So he's going to... There we go, he's cleaning that, so he's disinfecting that area, so that's all gone. Cleaning it some more, and then he'll wash himself, as will she. There you go, you can see there, look, she's got the germs on her, all gone, and then out of there. And that's why it's important, that's why it's good to get that on there. So these guys are all eating now, or this guy's eating now. There you go. Nice mush bar for dinner, enjoy, enjoy. And let's have a quick look at what else we can get here. So food-wise, we've got the planter boxes, I've done that. Plumbing-wise, I've got the bottle empty. I could do with another bottle empty for polluted water. But maybe not just yet, you know. Maybe I want to wait. I'm going to put the polluted water down here, I think. Do you know? Or maybe I'll make this into the clean water and this into the polluted water. I don't know. I don't know yet. We haven't yet decided. And then this we need to get to, but we're going to do that later on. Maybe not in this video, because we've only got 9 cycles in this one. So let's just see how far we can get with that. Now, we can prioritize things, which I kind of want to do, but I kind of don't. Let's have a quick look. How's the oxygen getting on? Yeah, I think we could do with prioritizing that. So if I hit prioritize down here in the bottom right, click 9, and I'll just select these areas here. This will become the priority now for everybody. Oh, he's going down there with the bottled water. Look, where's he going to do that? Oh, he's watering the plants. Ah, okay, good. Good. Now, you do get a light bonus from these. So if you have got a light, which we haven't yet, you can put a light over then, and they'll get a 10% boost on their like productivity, which is extremely useful. I tend not to sweep up. I kind of just let them sweep up themselves, which they'll do. So we're going to make this. Are they out of oxygen still there? Yeah, we definitely need this up here, I think, now. The only problem with these, with the algae plants, with the terrariums, is that they're not very good to look at. So your duplicants don't really like seeing them in there. Okay, come on, fill that battery up. Run, 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 run. Okay, so we've got the bathroom sorted out. We're doing pretty well. We need somewhere to sleep, I think, next. So I might actually go up here and across. To do that, we are going to need to most likely go down. So let's, you know what? Let's deconstruct over... How big a section have we got here? So let's deconstruct here. So these 3 areas. And I'm going to dig down to this water down here. So we're going to go all the way down there. I don't know if they'll be able to get that far, but we've put a ladder down the middle. There we go. That's it, all the way down. And I'm going to leave that open because what I want the oxygen and the carbon dioxide to kind of flow freely. So there's kind of a way that they can go. Now we've got another guy here. I don't know if you get them every 3 cycles. So let's have a look. So we've got Bubbles. Bubbles is a pacifist. That's actually okay. So she can't fight, but there's not much combat in this game that I've seen so far. She's a binge eater. Could be a... Oh, that's only if she's stressed, though. Decor -5. Most objects have decor values that alter duplicants' opinion of their surroundings. So she doesn't like anything, really. She's quite a bit of a princess in that sense. But, you know, Bubbles will join us. So there she is. So Bubbles is going to go around and help now. So we should start seeing things get built a little bit quicker. Why is no one getting rid of that block there? That block's just annoying. I saw him just get down there. Oh, it's because it's oxygenated. It was coming out of the unoxygenated area. Okay, so now everything is running quite smoothly. It's quite self-sustaining so far. Let's have a look at everyone's vitals. Yeah, these have still got hypothermia, but only for 0.5 cycles, then they're going to be okay. Eating today. Litanah's not eating today, which is probably a bit of a worry. Wonder why that is. Is there enough food? Yeah, we've got food. So I wonder why. Do you know what? Workhorse. Okay, bathroom break. See you soon. Right, so we're going to build down there, and hopefully that's going to open up the area that we need. I've got this as a priority job, so I'm kind of waiting for this deoxidizer to be built, and that'll help with the oxygen up top. And this will help the carbon dioxide go even further down, which is what we want to do that. And when these are broken up as well, it can flow even further down, so that'll push the oxygen hopefully further up. Now, what I might do is even go up to there. Am I getting a bit ambitious here? Maybe I am. Yeah, I think I was going to dig up here and kind of make this into like a bedroom area, but I don't want to be over ambitious just yet. Let's get the oxygen sorted out where we are. I think the best oxygen now will be in the middle, which is here, because you're going to have the hydrogen at the top, you're going to have the CO2 at the bottom, the carbon dioxide, and then you're going to have the oxygen in the middle. So it kind of layers out just as it would in real life. Okay. Not that this is a game that's really a simulation in real life much. I don't know if this would work as a setup. And it wouldn't be as nice when you think about it. These caves would be quite dank and dark. You know, there's not really much light there. I mean, you can click on here. These areas are where it's light. The rest of it is all in darkness. So these are unlit areas. These are lit areas. So in the lit areas, you tend to find that, you know, they'll be happier. But we'll make a little bedroom and we'll light that up later. And hopefully we'll get to that before the end of this video. But right now, everyone's just ticking over nicely. Oh, we need some more research doing. We've got no research on the go. So we've got, that means we've got the vents though. So that means we've got the ventilation done, which is great. I think I'm going to do plumbing next. Should we do plumbing next? Yeah, let's do plumbing. So we'll get some plumbing done. and we'll learn plumbing next. So really, I'm really working on the flow of oxygen now around this starter base. So when you're getting started, the flow of oxygen is quite key. I mean, ideally, normally I would have 3 platforms like this one at the top, and I would kind of have it so that you've got 3 areas that go like that. So 3 layers exactly the same, and then the same down this side. This base just hasn't worked out like that, and a lot of the time it gets that way. You never quite know what you're gonna get with your starting area. So let's see. She's out of breath. Has the hypothermia gone now? Yeah, hypothermia gone. Good. So electricity going up. So everything's fine. The battery's not quite full yet, which to me says we might need another power source soon. Or maybe not. Look, it fills up quite fast if you look. There's a green bar there going up. So when she's running, the green bar fills up, and then the battery kind of stores it, because you do tend to make more. Oh, look, it's getting used up really quick. So as soon as the battery starts getting low, then someone else runs on it. So they can fill the battery up, but we are hammering it at the moment. So maybe we need another battery so they can fill like 2 up. Let's just watch it go down again. Yeah, that is quite fast. Okay, so let's get on to our power. Oh, we need metal. We haven't got much metal, so but we've got a ton here. Okay. Alright, slightly conscious of what we've got. We didn't start this one with very much metal around us, to be fair. Which wasn't great. So let's just let everyone keep doing what they do. What's the main thing that's holding us up at the minute? Let's just go to medium a second. Okay, so the main thing that's really holding us up is we have to keep doing the electricity, but we can't stop doing that until we have got another battery. So, okay, let's look at the ventilation. This is the new stuff we've got. We've got a gas pipe and a gas bridge. And eventually, when we've got the materials, we'll get a gas pump and a gas vent as well. We still need to research the gas valve, but they're all good. You know, vents and things like that are good. We kind of want that more for the next skill tree. Because if we go to research on here, and we go to the next tree, if you look, so along from there, you've got filtration, but the main thing you've got is this electrolyzer, which basically produces oxygen and hydrogen using water, which is extremely useful, especially in the late game. Like, you'll have loads of them later on. Okay, so digging down then. Do you know what? I think I'm going to put someone on just digging duty. Who's good at digging? So we've got, let's get rid of that there. So digging, we've got no one who stands out at digging per se. So let's just go for, I want to take digging off someone. In fact, you know what? Everyone can dig, but I want someone who just digs. So maybe I want to look at like strength, perhaps. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with Sissy. I'm gonna make her just dig. Oops. Right, so it's purely dig and build, but nothing else. Okay, so they're asleep now. Let's speed that up and get through the night. Building lacks resources. Yeah, we know, but we need to dig those out. Okay, we're gonna have no choice but to dig out some of this copper. Don't really want to go this far in, but you know, needs must and all. So let's do that. So we'll go in and get this copper from here, and then that should allow us to carry on with the building everywhere else. But all Sissy's going to do now is dig and build. She's building down there now. Perfect. That's the planter boxes done. Now I'll show you how these work. What you do, you click on the planter box, and we want mealwood because that's a really good source of food. You know, 800 calories. So you plant that one there, and then that one's planted. So what you do then, you click on this copy settings, and you can just drag that across. And now they're all producing that. So whoever's going to look after the harvest and tend to the crops now is going to do that. So let's keep an eye on Sissy, make sure she's doing what we said. Yeah, look, so all about the building now, just building and digging. It's probably a good idea to have a couple doing that. You know, where they just build and dig. And nothing else. That way it always gets done. Pretty exhausted, I'm not going to lie. Is she tired? Is that what it is? Let's have a look. Vitals. Yeah, it seems alright. Stress is low. Immune system's good. You know, quite a lot of calories in there. Everyone's like full up on calories. No one's eaten today though. So they're all workers, which is great. So we need the copper so that we can build this, and then that'll help with the oxygen situation that we've got over here. So how's our research getting on? 11 of 15. So that's nearly done, and then we'll go for advanced research, I think. What the issue that we've got right now, like I said, is that we've got a lot of carbon dioxide up at the top, and this place is really oxygenated. What we could do, you know, is maybe just temporarily build some algae plants up here, and we'll prioritize them to 9. We can always dismantle them once we've got all the stuff set up. Okay, so let's speed that up then a little bit, and let's see if we can get that up. So now these are going to get built, and that should help with the oxygen here. We should help with pretty much everything. Come on, build, 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 build. Perfect. Alright, so they're putting a lot of work into that. It's going well. The storage box is nearly out of food. Alright, that is absolutely ideal. So now they are now producing the algae that we need. So if we press F1, you can see the little, like, can you see it now? It's going purple around it. So what's good about that is it's now oxygenating the area around there. And when this is up and running as well, then we should be absolutely fine. So what we really need is the copper from out of here so that we've got the resources to build. So I'm going to have to prioritize that as well. I'll just prioritize that like 8 maybe. If we do that, don't mind if they do all the rest of it. I'm more bothered about getting the copper out of there so we can get this built, which looks like they can do now. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, that's perfect. So let's slow this down again. Let's just find our feet and just see where we were. So, we've got this down here. I think this algae up here is now going to... Oh, it's massively helped. And the carbon dioxide's already started to fall down there, which is perfect. Got a little vacuum here that's going to take some of it. And what I need to do is kind of push the oxygen up a little bit now, which I'm hoping this is going to help. Or so the theory goes, you know. So hopefully these will absolutely help. And with this bubbling away as well, you know, you should be able to see an oxygen change fairly soon. We've got quite a lot to do. I'm going to cancel off the rest of that because I don't really want to build in there. Now, what's in there? What's the air? Oh, so more carbon dioxide's in there. If we build a... Maybe we can, like, close it off a little bit. I don't know if that'll work. Let's just try. So if we get a door built... Oh, alright, not 2 doors. I don't think that will help because I think that lets the gases through still. It's like a mesh door almost. It's definitely worth a look. Okay, I want to build upwards now, I think, because I want to try to get the carbon dioxide going even lower. Let's put a floor in there. And the reason I'm doing it there is I want the carbon dioxide. I want the copper from above it. Alright. Okay, that should do. Do you know what? Let's dig out the sides again so we can keep the airflow going. I didn't know this at first, you know. I didn't realise why people did that. And why they left like big gaps on the ladders. But it was so that the air can flow around it a lot easier. And do it that way. So let's have a quick look. Alright, so there's more oxygen up here now. This is workable now. You know, this is much better. Maybe we could probably close off something down here. I thought these would help. You know, I really did think that the plants, because they would produce oxygen, maybe it's not significant enough. What's this? Growth halted. Oh, no, it's not now. Okay. So we just need to keep on watering those and make sure that we've got everything that we need. Okay, and we've got the compost pile over there. Is that affecting? Yeah, that's giving us a lot of carbon dioxide over that side. Alright, we definitely need more power now, I think. But one thing we'll do first, let's get the research done, and we're going to do advanced research, because that starts opening up the second part of the tree, which is definitely what we want. And we're going to get a bedroom built up here. So what else can we get up there? Let's get an oxygenator maybe there, and we'll wire that up early. Yeah, okay, it's quite an ugly looking wire, isn't it? But so we've got the wire going from the deoxidizer up there, round, and then up to there. Okay, and that should all be cleared out pretty soon, I should imagine. Alright, let's speed this up again then. So we're on cycle 8 at the minute, so we're coming up to cycle 9. But so far the base is looking great. What I'm trying to do, if you look, I'm trying to make it so there's a lot of room for it to go down. I think that would actually make a huge difference. You know, I want the carbon dioxide to be able to fall. Let's put a 9 on this lot. Kind of make this a bit of a priority. Are they asleep again? God damn it, you're always sleeping, guys. Come on. Get it together. Alright, I'm sure that water level's going down as well the more that we're using it. This should put it back in. However, you know, maybe we're using the water quicker than what we're putting it back. Which is probably what's expected. Okay, so this should really help with airflow. You know, so this is a place now where the heavier gas and the carbon dioxide can fall down to. And this oxygen here now should rise up. So it kind of over time, you know, it works itself out. Now what's going on here? No power. Are we sure we've got power there? Oh, it's because we built the ladder, look. So that's making a huge difference to us. Let's prioritize that as well. I do this prioritizing quite a lot, especially on important things, you know, like breathable air. So that's going to help it so that we can get this area now out of the red. There's a lot of carbon dioxide coming here. But this should actually help it. And that should help our base overall. Look at all this. This is super oxygenated now, which is absolutely perfect and exactly what we needed. I think this is helping a lot. That we've got, and this now will help. So we've actually made a huge difference there. This bit's not, you know, this area that we've got here doesn't really matter because they're only going to, these are doing tasks, you know, so they're gathering plants, putting things in storage or gathering water. They're only going to be in these areas for a short amount of time. What's going to be a key area is like here, you know, so they're definitely going to need, where we're going to put the beds, they're definitely going to need this to look nice. The decor is going to be important. You know, we've got a building there that lacks resources, so let's have a quick look what that is. Oh, we've got research complete. Was that the last lot of research we did? Because she looks like she's still working. Yeah, okay. Oh, we've got the resources now. Resources. Why do you know what it is? When you're on camera, you say words totally different. So resources we've got now. So let me just wait. I think this is helping. These blocks here, this oxylite is actually pushing oxygen out into the base as well. Which is massively helping. Carbon dioxide is getting pushed down, and then we've got another water source down here as well, which we can use later on. I don't quite know how we're going to use that yet, but it's going to be useful no matter what we decide. In fact, you know what? Let me just dig a little bit more of that out. So we should be able to do that now. Okay, and then we've got the little algae deoxidizer going up here to make this area breathable. Because it's stuffed with carbon dioxide at the moment. And when we make these a little bit bigger, when we make these a little bit wider, if I put a 9 there, and we'll just do that, what that'll do is it'll make it so that the carbon dioxide can just fall down, and it'll go down out of our way where we don't, you know, where we don't need it. Okay. So far, so good. So the base is getting quite big. It's not really the traditional setup for a base. This isn't usually how you would make a base, to be fair. I mean, you'd probably do things... you'd have it a little bit more structured, but you know, you've kind of got to adapt to your environment. In this one we had a water source that was here that we needed to tap into early on, and then other than that, you know, it just meant that we can't build systematically down because we've got all this water, but it's kind of a blessing as well. Alright, cycle 9, so we've got a another duplicant coming in. So who've we got here then? So we've got Ruby, who's a Twinkle Toes. What's the Twinkle Toes do? Light as a feather on their feet, athletics +7. Squeamish, cannot perform aid. Yeah, well, I'm not planning on getting sick. Oh, wow, look at this one. Oh, and germ resistant. So the only thing with this one is she's narcoleptic, but that's kind of okay. The problem is destructive. Cannot perform repair. Oh, that's not the end of the world. Binge eater. Oh, now you see, I'm trying to look at the additionals to see what makes one. I think this one's only got little +1s everywhere. This one's got like +7s and +8. You know what? I'm going to go for Ruby because we're going to want decor for that new bedroom soon. So we'll bring Ruby. Oh, right. And our area now up top is absolutely, you know, really well oxygenized, which is perfect. If oxygenized is even a word. So we're going to build out up here. And this should start looking nice now all of a sudden. She's holding her breath, look, while she's building. But that's because there's a lot of carbon dioxide up there, which we know. There we go. And we're just waiting on the last bit of power now, which is there to make that actually work. Is she going up there to do that? Go on. Do the power cable. Alright, or not then, whichever, do you know. So let's put that as a 9. I want to get that hooked up so we can work up here for a bit longer. But the oxygen is rising up there, as you can see. It's already coming up from the base. I don't think it would hurt, you know, to have maybe a downward thing here. In fact, you know what? We are going to do that. We are going to do that. I'm going to make like a vent almost down here. So let's have a look. So about there, I would say. Yeah, that kind of works for me, I think. And if we do that like a vent, then that means that the carbon dioxide can just flow down there. And I'm going to prioritize all that because I kind of want that doing now. Yeah, we've got all that done. Okay, good. So all that's prioritized now. So this is a key area, and then we should have a nice flow of oxygen going around there, and it's good for things like pipes and water and things like that we want later on. At the minute, you know, one of the gameplays that I had, I built a shower, and what it was is the polluted water from the shower I put accidentally going into my clean water source, and then once that had happened and I polluted my main water source, it was kind of like game over. The thing is with you know, oxygen not included is you can't really win. You know, you're always going to run out of something, so you can't really get out of anything in that sense. You're kind of planning to fail long term because you're just going to run out of resources. I've seen some videos that say you can have infinite loops or a perfectly sustainable base that'll just last forever, but I don't think so, because you might run out of food, you might run out of, you know, there's so much things you can run out of eventually. That doesn't mean it's a short game. You mean this can run for hours. I put it on the first time and I thought, well, this isn't going to do very well on the channel, I thought, because, you know, it's been played to death. I mean, some of the big people have played it. I mean, Jacksepticeye has got a Oxygen Not Included series going, and there's others as well, you know, that have got them. So I didn't think it would do particularly well. However, I still enjoyed the game, and like I said, I only put it on for a couple of minutes, and I ended up playing on for 5-6 hours, which was supposed to be like a half-hour playthrough. But that's just this game all over. Like I said, it's really addictive and it's really fun. And I mean, already watching this, I'm sure you guys are thinking, you know, wondering what you could do next, or how you would do this differently. And let me know in the comments below as well, because I'd actually love to know what you do differently as well. I'm going to put another power thing on there. I think we've got enough people now, so I just don't think we're generating enough. And maybe a battery on there as well. Okay, batteries and stuff are ugly, but this platform's all a big utility platform. It's not meant to look nice, that one. Okay, so here we are. So how's our oxygen getting? So lots of carbon dioxide up here, even though we've got the algae deoxidizer. It's saying it's got no power to it, but I'm pretty sure it has. Let's have a quick look at our power relay. Oh, it doesn't look. So why is there no power going up there? Oh, there it is. The lines weren't built yet, so that should really help now. So you can see now this is oxygenating, which should go all the way around, and once this bit's built over here, did I not prioritize that? Once this bit's dug out over here, we'll just do it. Oh, it's because we put the ladder in afterwards. Once this bit's built over here, we should have a nice flow of oxygen going around, and that should really help. Things like, you know, limiting where the oxygen can go a little bit. So even if we put this along the top here, you know, if I just put that there, it's just 2 extra blocks that the oxygen can't get to. Won't make a massive difference, but if you're efficient like that throughout your base, you'll tend to find you'll have a better time of things. But you know what? I'm going to put that all the way across. Okay, just leave that there because I want the gap. There we go. So that should help. Okay, so what has happened there? Oh, right. I thought it had stopped. Okay, so now we can kind of get the beds going on there. I'm going to build up here as well. Just use up materials a lot, but it does make for a more efficient base. Let's just go across there as well. In fact, you know what? I've gone too far. Story of my life. There we go. So we'll go to there. So, if you look, we should have quite a nicely oxygenated area now. Now, we can make it so that we can have another one of these, you know, deoxidizers on the other side, but maybe not just yet. For now, let's research. Now, I really want to look at decor because I'm doing the bedroom up at the top there. So, we'll click decor there. And we'll make that our next port of call. So what furniture can we do at the minute? We can get them beds. So how many survivors have we got at the moment? Let's just check. So vitals, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Ruby's the latest one, 6. So I kind of need 6 beds in that sense. So if I go furniture, I mean, eventually when you get really into the game, you can give them all their own bedrooms and things like that, but for now, we just don't have the resources or the space to do that. So we're going to sleep in these like cot things to start with. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They are close together, but we are going to get more, so we're going to need more people in there. But we can work on bedrooms and stuff like that later on. So how's the oxygen looking so far? So as planned, the carbon dioxide's all filtering down to the bottom there. We've got some up here, but we're just waiting for that to filter down, which it will do. You know, that will be a thing. Let me put another ladder up there. In fact, let's join these up. There we go. And you know what? I'm going to cancel that off there. Deconstruct. Nope, 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 nope. That's not going to work for me, is it? So what I actually need to do... Oh my god, right. Cancel that one off there and maybe dig down the side. again, just thinking about airflow. And then I'm going to build the tile there. I don't think they'll be able to reach that unless I put a ladder up there, so I'm going to do that anyway. There we go. That should cover everything. So that's like the bedroom now up at the top, so which we've got, and the oxygen's flowing very, very nicely. So people who are looking to get started in Oxygen Not Included, this is kind of what you need to do. Just be managing where your oxygen and where everything's going all the time. Now, we could even build an entombment. What's been entombed? Oh, we've got a bit that's fell down there, look. So we'll just dig that out. Keep an eye on these, like I said. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on your notes at the top. So build an entombment we know about, and that'll be gone soon anyway, because we've got someone out there to dig that. Just, it does mean that the algae plant there is not going to produce like it should do. So if I just put that up to like a 7... No, I'll just put that there. So they become like a priority now. Alright, good. So we may even have beds by the end of the night on this one. So let's just wait for that all to go. Then check the oxygen again. I do this a lot. Like I said, you'll see me go into the oxygen overlay a lot. But this is quite a good little setup now. Everything's kind of running as it should. We've got everything that we need. Let's just have a... We'll just slow that down while we just look at what else we can do. So power-wise, yeah, we've got a new battery and we've got like a lot more power than what we had before. We've got food in the planter boxes. We've got a little issue. Oh, right, okay. So it's because the air in there is not fully breathable, which is sometimes an issue. Lighting we've not quite got yet. Medicine, we could do with a medical bed, but I don't think we need that just yet. Refinement, we've got the compost heap over there, which is perfect. Stations, now we can build a supercomputer, which means we can do extra research. Now, I want to put that somewhere. Do you know what? We may as well put it there. It doesn't really matter where it goes. And then what we'll do wire. Just run that up the ladder there. Hide it as much as what we can. It's always good to run wires through floors where you're able to. But in this case, like I said, it's just not going to be a thing. Alright, so look, they're in their beds. So there's some people who didn't get beds just yet. Who have we got? We've got Nails down here. He was one of our first guys. You'd think he would be able to get a bed. I think he's the only one, actually. Did we have 5? I can't remember how many we said we had. But okay, so what we've got now is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, look, Sissy's there as well. She's like the hardest working one that we've got. Alright, so far this is all going pretty well, I think. So if we look for... Yeah, it's all fairly well oxygenated now. So all we need to do next is, I think, finish off these beds, and I think we can call it there for now. Let me prioritize those. So I'll just put those on 9. We've got the algae deoxidizer now working well at the top, and overall the base is looking really, really well. I think it is anyway. So prioritize, do number 9. We'll get all this area finished for the video. You know, we've got to make it look good. We don't want to leave a video half done, do we? So let's just get that done. I've got it on full speed now. So let's just ride it out with this. And now we should be able to see that build up. And they're building the supercomputer at the same time. This is nice. Okay. So we're researching the decor. We've got 9 of 15 there. It's happening. It's getting there. I said cycle 10 and we're on cycle 11. But hey ho, I wanted to finish this off. Go on, just get out this last bit of dirt. There we go. So I'll just go back to normal there. So now what you can see is on the oxygen overlay, this is now going to oxygenate really well because it can just flow really perfectly. I could do with another one of those at the other side, but I don't think it matters too much. And I don't want to drain the oxygen, you know, I don't want to drain the electricity that much. But okay, do you know what? Let's just do it. Let's put that there and we'll get some wires going. Oops. Get off the overlay maybe. Get the wires on there. And I may as well run it under the floor. There we go. And I don't need to run it down there. I could run it down there, but I'm not going to run it down there. And all that'll mean is that it's more oxygen. So we've built the base up really quite well there, and it was quite a good playthrough. So, guys, I hope you're enjoying Oxygen Not Included. I'm really enjoying playing it. It's one of those games I'll play more with what you know, based on what you say. Tell me what you think I should research next. You know, I've got the research tree here. There's tons that we can get. We've got air systems, filtration, sanitation. That's quite a big one. Medical research. There's an absolute ton. There's all the automation stuff up here, which is from the latest Oxygen Not Included update. But guys, you know, whatever you decide, you know, if you're not part of the Litanah army already, make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to drop me a like down below. And I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching today, guys.